by hand.
The reality is we will either seldom or on a regular basis end up at a fast food place. You know, sometimes time is just not on your side. But if you are at a fast food place such as KFC, what are some better choices for you if you're trying to manage your weight? Now, I'm not going to go over all of their offerings, just a few of them, just so you can kind of get an idea. And definitely I will focus on what are some better choices for you at KFC. All right, let's look at that famous bowl fill-up, which is anywhere from 730 all the way up to 1,020 calories. You have a wide range of calories there because it depends on what beverage you're going to choose and your selection of chicken. But I would say definitely with that famous bowl fill-up, be cautious. As a matter of fact, be cautious about all of those combo meals. If you are following a 1,200 calorie plan and you're going to get as many as 1,020 calories in this one meal because you chose that famous bowl fill-up, it's not a whole lot left. We could run into some serious issues if we're trying to manage our weight. Let's just be mindful of that. That Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich Combo, and that comes with the soda, fries, the big chicken sandwich, and it's a range of anywhere from 860 to 1,150 calories. Danger, danger. Okay, let's look at the two-piece chicken combo. Now this comes with soda, mashed potato with gravies, biscuit, and 2 pieces of chicken. And the calorie range is anywhere from 480 to 1,490 calories. Danger. Okay, that 4-piece tender combo. You get 4 pieces of chicken, sauces, a biscuit, drink, fries, and your calories are 1,030 to 1,740 calories. Again, danger. Now, this is what you're getting. You've got to be mindful of it. This is what you're getting. So even if you were following a 2,200 calorie plan, if one meal would give you as many as 1,740 calories, that's cutting it close. You only have 460 calories left. So if you had a Frappuccino for breakfast, which ranges anywhere from 250 to 400 calories, you're in trouble. I know I'm throwing a lot of data at you. The bottom line is you may not remember all of the caloric amounts and everything, but watch this video as often as possible. But what I do want you to remember is the combination meals are not in your favor. They're definitely not in your favor. They may be economical, they look good, and I'm sure they taste good. I don't know. I can't remember. You know what? I can't remember that I've ever eaten at KFC. No, I don't think I've ever eaten there, but I'm sure it's good. It's been around forever, so they must be doing something right. We must make plans with some flexibility because that's life. I'm not trying to be rigid. I don't want you to be rigid, but again, I am going to go over what some better choices are if you were at the KFC. But the bottom line here is we must be intentional. You have to make different choices if you want different results. If you really want to be serious about managing your weight and you need some help, I'm more than willing to work with you. Please join the Elite Boss group. It's a group, a small community, so I get the opportunity to work very closely with you and help you with managing your plan that tailors to your needs because everybody is different. But I use 3 different approaches. I talk more about that. Just click on the link, check it out. And I look forward to working with you. Now, another concern, not just the calories, but beyond calories, their meals are high in saturated fat. A standard fried chicken thigh is almost 5 grams of saturated fat. The original recipe breast chicken choice is 6.3 grams of saturated fat. So that's just something that you need to be mindful of as well. Now, a chicken little combo, I would say be cautious. It ranges anywhere from 730 to 1,130 calories. It's a lot of calories for one meal, but it's a better choice than some of the others that I've mentioned. I think you get smaller portions with the chicken little combo. Now, here's some trivia for you. Colonel Harlan David Sanders, that is his full name. Actually, he wasn't a colonel. I thought he was, but he wasn't a colonel. But that name was bestowed upon him by the governor in Kentucky, because I think he lived in Kentucky at that time. And because of his notoriety, his fame, his franchises, literally all over the world, he really made a name for himself. The original name was Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they changed it to KFC because they were trying to modernize it and keep up with the times. And I think back in the 80s and the 90s, people were trying to be healthy and going and leaning more toward baked options versus fried. So I think the name fried, may have had a negative connotation. So they decided to change it. Plus, I heard that some reports, and I don't know about this, but some reports said that maybe they also changed the name because they were using Kentucky. And in order for them to use that name, they would have to pay a fee in order to use the name. So thus comes KFC. Now, here are some of those sides. Fries, anywhere from 320 to 840 calories, so I would go with small fries versus larger. The pipe poppers range from 290 to 720 calories. The waffles, 420 to all the way up to a whopping 1,680 calories. What are they putting in the waffles? Mashed potato with gravy, 130 to 590 calories, I guess depending on the size that you get. The mac and cheese, anywhere from 140 to 540 calories. And a biscuit, 180 calories. I would opt for the smaller versions of all of those so you can get the lower end of the caloric range. But here's something that you can do in pulling those sides together to make a meal for you. It may not be hefty, but I think it's I see it as a better choice. Coleslaw, 170 calories. A large serving of the corn, 140 calories. One chicken leg, 80 to 170 calories. Now, just that would give you about 480 calories. Now, that doesn't include the beverage, doesn't include biscuits, doesn't include fries. You're weeding down, but that would be a possible choice for you. I don't know if they have a green salad there, but that might be a possibility. Or even if you got double on the coleslaw, maybe you can make a go of it. Pickings are slim. The choices are limited, but you still could do it. Now, in the case, if you want to really curve back those calories, go with some of those sides. Like I said, the smallest version of those sides, and, just omit your drink or go with unsweetened tea. So my choice would be water. And that way you can curve back some of those calories. But that's something that you can do if you find yourself at the KFC. The whole background of Colonel Harlan David Sanders. He was a hard worker to get it going. He really was a hustler. Well, thank you for joining me, sharing with your family and friends. I'm Daz, I'm out, but I look forward to seeing you next time.